In this episode, I'm bringing back a very special topic that I love to discuss, I love to think about, I love to understand, and I love to share. And that is the topic of personal power. It's what makes life go round, or it's what makes life go down. So we're going to talk about all that and more on the Adam Cadu podcast. So stay tuned. I'm Adam Cadu, and it's time to master the art of real heart alignment, where you live, work, and play from your personal power as energy aligns, your gifts flow, and life simply works. These life-changing conversations are designed to help you to see what you're not seeing, hear what you're not hearing, and to be who you're not being, as the world needs more heart-centered leaders now more than ever. Are you ready to say no to living a half-hearted life and say yes instead to boldly living from a place of real heart alignment? Welcome to the Adam Cadu podcast. Yo, 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 welcome back to the Adam Cadu podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here. This is a topic that's near and dear to my heart, a topic that saved my life, my business, if you will, years and years and years ago. And the more I lean in and stay close to this feeling, this experience, this inner knowing of personal power, the more life simply works. For the longest time, I was trying to do all the things, right? Just like a lot of us, we're blazing a trail. We're on our path. We're doing our things. Life is full of ups and downs and all arounds. And when we're down, damn, we're down. And when we're up, feeling pretty good. And one thing is for certain, in those moments where you feel up, where you feel high vibe, where you feel expansive, where you feel your most alive, you, my friend, are full of personal power. And in those moments where you're telling yourself things aren't going so well and this person did that and that person did the other thing, this didn't work, that didn't work, where am I to go from here? I'm confused. I got to start over. I don't know where to go. You, my friend, are leaking personal power. And it doesn't take a lot to dump your personal power. Sometimes it's a mere simple thought, crafty of your mind to throw a thought in your way that it knows is going to have you leaking your personal power and having you stuck right here and right now. Because when you are full of personal power, you take more intentional steps and you take steps faster. You're not back on your heels full of fear and doubts and insecurities. You are alive in every sense of the word. And there's obstacles, resistance, challenges that come in our way each and every day, which is normal, right? What is life without a challenge? It'd be a boring freaking life. It's not a game I want to play. I'm not wishing challenges on myself, but literally if we got everything we asked for in this life and it's just like, okay, I want a brand new car, I want a brand new house, I want a brand new this, brand new that, and we just got it instantly, we'd be like, what? Okay, I want a boat, maybe. I don't know. I want to own part of the ocean. I don't know. Maybe I want to go to the moon. I don't know. Like we just run out of things. Be kind of mundane and boring. The challenges build character. In movies, if you will, character, the word character, playing a character is actually more about the characteristics, the ways of being of a certain role that's being played. It's what that character, if you will, is made of. The character is what the character is made of. And that goes with us as well. What are you made of when life pushes back? When you're doing your thing and you get hit with a curveball, you get a letter or a bill from the IRS, you get in a huge fight with the significant other. Got something going well in business and it just stopped working. So now you got to shift gears and figure out something else. The trick is being okay with whatever is in front of you. Because the moment we label it as bad or unwanted or unfortunate, that mere label opens up this little drip of personal power. Drip, drip, drip. And then another thing happened, then another thing, and then drip, 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 drip. The drip comes quicker. And then another thing and another thing and drip, 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 drip. Sooner or later, we're feeling like we're at rock bottom. Feel like we got to start all the way over. But in those moments where something happens, anything, you have the chance, you have the opportunity to be present with that. And when you're present with that and not attaching meaning, you get to see that whatever is playing out in your life right here and right now is an absolute gift for you. And I get it. It's so hard to see that sometimes because there's some wacky crap that goes on in this world, some wacky stuff that goes on in our lives. Like, why would this be for me? This is dreaded. This is unfortunate. Those dreaded, those unfortunate events build your character, and they allow you the compassion, the clarity, the experience to help more people on their path as well. I have a close mentor of mine that's coaching me right now, and there's a lot of conversations around relationships. And this person has been through some significant, trials and tribulations in their relationship. And I'm learning a lot from this person. It's almost like a part of them had to experience this for me because everything they're saying is like, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Insight, insight, insight. So sometimes whatever is going on for us, we have the opportunity to help somebody else out. What a blessing. I mean, seriously. But our ego and our hurt does not want to label anything as a blessing. But if you knew one of the cheat codes in life, one of the very first affirmations that when I heard it, I knew I wanted to keep it close to me. Something that I said to myself hundreds, if not thousands of times while looking myself in the mirror. And that simple affirmation is life isn't happening to me. Life is happening for me. And I know you've heard it before. And I know you probably kept it close for a little bit. But I promise you, when you see this, not from this understanding or this, oh, that's nice to hear, but from this place of knowing it deep in your heart, then you become a little more untouchable, a little bit more unshakable. So when life is doing this lifing thing, you're still in your mind and in your heart because you know there's gold here, absolute gold, when you can see it for yourself. But it takes looking, it takes slowing down enough and not being so caught up in the triggers or trying to get somebody back or to make it all happen or pushing and forcing. When you can slow down and see, oh, there's gold here. All of a sudden, you're no longer leaking personal power. You're actually gaining personal power. And I like to think as well, there's times in the past where I used to say, you know, God, give me strength, give me strength, give me strength. And it wasn't like he's just like, oh yeah, here's a dose of strength, you know, take 2 in the night and call me in the morning, right? But there was more obstacles, more challenges in my life where I got to demonstrate for myself how strong I am. And when challenges come in your life, you get the chance to show yourself how freaking powerful you are. So it's a blessing. It's not a curse because you're building character. You're getting stronger. You are gaining personal power instead of losing it. And guess what you get to do with that personal power? You get to express yourself. You get to share your heart. You get to help more people. You get to attract more abundance in your life. But you cannot give from an empty cup. And if we're constantly labeling and feeling sorry for ourselves, which it's fine to feel, you know, if you're having a rough go, feel it, experience it. Let's not avoid it and push it out because it's going to express itself in one way or another. But when we get into this habit, this cycle of feeling sorry for ourselves, that is not helpful to you. That is not helpful for the people you're here to help. It is not helpful for your family or anybody in this life. It's actually pretty selfish. If you got to feel something, feel it. But then get the hell out of there because we got work to do. And so find it in your heart to see whatever challenges are presented to you as a gift and opportunity. I know a lot of entrepreneurs, they've had a very tough year or last couple of years. And this gives you an opportunity to see more about yourself than you ever could have witnessed if all things were just manifesting and manifesting and manifesting. I want the boat. Got it. 10 seconds later, got the boat. Okay, what else? Maybe a plane. Cool. Okay, manifested that too. What would we learn? We wouldn't learn anything. How would we grow? We wouldn't grow. So it's these moments, these at-bat moments when the chips are down, everything's on the table, and you get to prove to yourself, I am strong. I've got this. Everything's working out for me. This game is rigged in my favor. I'm either going to learn or I'm going to win. And either way, I win. And the same goes for you. You're constantly winning if you see yourself winning. If you see yourself as winning. If you see yourself as getting beat up and kicked around and poor me and why did this happen again and why can't I do this? Why can't I break through? Then that's the life you're going to live. So you have these beautiful opportunities presented in your life to play a higher level game. And it makes it so much easier, like so much easier when you can surround yourself by the peeps who are thinking in the same way, who are playing a high level game, who are holding themselves to a higher standard. Place like a mastermind. You know, because sometimes group coaching programs, you get to sit in the back of the class and learn. You're not really showing up. You're not being vulnerable. You're not sharing. You're not helping a ton. You might have some comments that you're sharing some stuff in the Facebook group, but it's not designed for you to be of service and to share. And also the little mini masterminds, the AKA accountability / chat groups, because they end up just turning into gossip chat groups. Those groups, oftentimes they can help for a little bit. The chances are there's one person that's going to continue to take out of the group. And there's one person that's going to give out of the group. And there's also times where you outgrow the group, you outgrow the environment, but good little boys and girls, we want to play nice and be liked. We'll stick around. That's not the type of quote unquote mastermind I'm talking about. I'm talking about a group of people coming together to get rid of circumstances in their lives so they can better align with their visions, play full out, and help more people. And when you know you have people who are playing a higher level game, it automatically puts you in this place of playing a higher level game. And when you're around people who have been where you are, who have blazed their own trails, who have made a lot of mistakes themselves, the learning curve and the results curve speeds up. It shortens. It gets faster. And so that's exactly why I have put together a mastermind. The very first year. It's been something that has been on my heart and mind for a long time. I'm ashamed to say how long it's been. Not really, no shame in that game. The time is now to bring this into life, to create the Business Ascension Mastermind. And the reason I called it the Business Ascension Mastermind is because in order for our businesses to grow, we must ascend. We must be able to take circumstances, transmute the energy, and utilize that energy to play a higher level game. Because there's so many things happening online. We got so many peeps that are getting good at, just capturing attention and entertaining and all that. And the best way to stand out online today is to continue to generate and hold your personal power, to allow it to grow, to stop leaking it so much. And sometimes, in some ways, you're one vulnerable share away in a safe environment around people who get you, who love you, who care about you. Sometimes you're one vulnerable share away, get something off your chest and out of your mind that will absolutely change the game for you. And if you're not in some sort of a mastermind environment like this, And no, not a group coaching program or a mastermind with hundreds of people. It's an intimate group where you're seen, you're heard, you're understood. If you're not in an environment like that, then I highly suggest and recommend you start looking for that. And if you'd like to apply for the Business Ascension Mastermind, then you can go to adamkadu.com/mastermind to apply and to get all the details. And I'm going to be doing some certain things. I'm sharing more. I'm actually doing a Q&A here in the next couple of days. So I'll put the link in the show notes for that. So you can watch the replay if you don't catch it in time. The time is now. Time is now to put yourself in an environment where you no longer are leaking so much personal power, but rather you're gaining a tremendous amount. And when you feel connected, when you feel secure, when you feel safe, when you feel grounded, when you feel seen, heard, and understood, that changes the game. It changes the dynamic. It changes who you are just by mere osmosis of being around these like-hearted, like-minded people. And so if it's time for you to step foot into a new room, I would love to have you apply. I'd love to see your application roll through. So you can go to adamkadu.com/mastermind or send me a direct message on Instagram and Facebook. I'd love to chat more. I'm here for you. This year is a year of growth. It's also a year of deepening and strengthening connections. And if you are the one-man band who's doing it all yourself, maybe you got a team, maybe you got a few people, business besties helping out, talking here and there. It's time to put yourself in the environment that's aligned with your vision. So that way we can remove circumstances, can be highly intentional. And also we can stay feeling high vibe and alive by helping each other. Because you get that helper's high when you help somebody. And that's what it's all about in a mastermind, a true mastermind. It's all about helping each other. It's all about growing together. So much love to you. Thank you for listening from the bottom of my heart. More to come. I feel I'm just waking up again after a long couple years myself. And there's so much more on my heart that I want to share. So yet again, I'm grateful for you listening. I'm grateful for you being here. So go help somebody today. And until next time, playful out. Playful out. We got this opportunity right here in front of us. And no longer allow the circumstances and the troubles and the challenges to get in your way. See it as an opportunity to learn something, to get better, to grow. So that way, that next time that comes around, if it does, it ain't going to phase you. You got it. You already got it handled. That's living. That's life. Let's go help some people. My heart's beating for you. I feel it. I feel the love right now. So thank you yet again for listening and watching. Till next time, go all in with passion. Go all in with your heart so you can live a life you truly love. All right. Talk soon. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Adam Kadu podcast. If you would, take a moment to subscribe and click the bell icon so that way you get notified when future episodes air. Now, here's the thing. If you are looking for the show notes, you can find a link to those below. If you're looking for the handles of the guests that I've been interviewing, things of that nature, you'll find that here. And if there's anything else that stood out to you in the episode, or if there's anything I can do for you, please leave a comment below, or for sure message me on Instagram if you'd like, as I'm always looking to hear what's working well for you and what caught your interest about the Adam Kadu podcast. So, time to go, time to change the world, time to help more people. Are you ready? Let's go do this thing. The world needs more leaders. So thanks again for listening to the Adam Kadu podcast.